Hey, how's it going on? This is, of course, that one bullet with the Awakening of the Rebellion. Let's play part 17. And we kick it right off with a random space battle over Alien. So let's see what adventures are going to happen this time around. As once again, I do not remember. This is pre-recorded footage. The last one that I have before I start doing live commentaries again, and I'm so excited. So let's get it going. This is that one hero, General Snub, that I acquired during one of the intersection battles, and yeah, he uses the ship called a Quasar Carrier or something like that, and basically he gives 5% combat bonuses for all ships, including fighters. He's more of a support, I guess if you would classify his role. He's a support ship, and he just spawns two sets of bombers, two sets of fighters based on your I think it is your tech level per se, but tech levels don't really work in this game. It's kind of weird. I don't even understand when you get the upgrades. Um, I know that at some point you start getting A-wings and B-wings, um, and then two other set of fighter and bomber. But I don't exactly know how it works. But we are moving on to. Oh, I'm just gonna auto resolve this probably. Yep. Uh, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to send a fleet to Trandosha. That's a planet that I need to take, and that hasn't been taken for a while, and it should be because once you take it, it basically grants access. You get a lot more credits in that sector, and that sector is basically complete, and you can start building a, I think it's a alliance base or something. You get a bunch of more units. So definitely, when you're attacking, uh, when you're attacking those sorts of planet clusters, make sure to take them all out at once, otherwise you're not getting your full credit potential. It may not always be as easy as I say it, but that should definitely be your, I don't know, your goal to remove the whole sector and have it under your control. There's some random stuff going on here that I missed. I don't know. Uh, I got a ship up top on the top side of the galactic map. I'm on Calamari capital ship. It was gifted to me, I think based on one of the tactical missions that you send Bail Organa on. So that's like this type of stuff you would receive. Usually it's spaceships. Sometimes it's credits. But other than that, I don't remember. But I'll definitely look into it because I'm gonna be have to write the text files for that stuff. So I should learn it. Because as of right now, I think when you go, it's just all it is diplomatic mission, diplomatic mission, diplomatic mission, and it's kind of random. You don't know, kind of like when you're doing spells for Minecraft, and you know what they can give you, but they don't know which one's which. So text file should fix that. At least I hope it should. I don't know if that's actually listed in the text file. That could be somewhere else. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Here is of course, the invasion of Trandosha, and I'm probably gonna speed it up. All right, and we're back. Um, this fleet should easily overtake what they have stationed here. I think all they have is a space station. They might have something else, but I don't remember. Um, there's not really much strategy to these sorts of attacks. It's usually just if you have capital ships, yeah, what do they have? Level 2 space station or something? Um, Usually it's just, yeah, basically attack all and just let it happen. I really wish that the auto resolve, I highly suggest not using auto-resolve. And if you're going to play this mod or even any mod, auto-resolve usually is something that coders do not, when they're developing the mod, they don't feel like properly doing an auto-resolve. I think Republic at War is the only one that I remember the developer saying that he would do auto-resolve properly. But either way, like, it's better to just take the time and not get any losses, because why should you lose a capital ship to a space station? And you probably would. I'm kind of over-exaggerating it, but it's probably more like a Corellian Corvette. And here they're trying to escape. Last minute engine destroy. Look at that. I don't even know. That must have been milliseconds of that destroy. I don't know if there's also a way to disable a ship from retreating without actually destroying engines. I recently happened to me while I was playing the Empire, and I still had my engines on my Star Destroyer, and I pressed retreat, and oh, Bail Organa spawned back. But yeah, I moved my Star Destroyer. I tried to make him retreat, and he still had engines, but somehow it still counted it as a loss because I was under fire when I retreated. And I had a feeling that maybe ion cannons prevent, if the ship is unshielded and you ion cannon it with, like, not like the building ion cannon, but just like the ship's ion cannons, if you do that, I think that also disables the ship. But I'd have to actually do some more testing, and I'll definitely write that into the text file as well, because if that's a feature, then maybe it should say somewhere. And here I'm beginning my invasion of Trandosha. I remember this one was quite the ordeal because the problem with Trandosha is that the pirates get Trandoshans as the, what are they, native forces or whatever. And Trandoshans, if you don't know, are basically the hero Bosk is a Trandoshan. So this is the planet that has Trandoshans, and they're pretty powerful even as civilians. And you can actually, I think you can buy them as shock troops. They come with shield generators. So I don't remember if the rebellion can, if you take it over or not, but I guess we'll find out. And this battle is one of those, this planet, I mean, is one of those planets with one respawn zone at the start, and it's really hard. You can see on the radar they are already pushing up pretty quickly. And so I'm probably just going to go for a, since there's bunkers, I'm probably just going to go for a defense of the landing zone strategy. And thankfully I have some ground fighters to help me take out. And you can see that's where the Trandoshan huts are, and they're pretty annoying. That's actually one of the things I did change recently with the text file, is I actually gave, because it was all missing, and so I think I patched the Trandoshan stuff in, so it actually has proper text file for their descriptions and stuff and their buildings. So that's one of the things. I think that's one of the last things I did. There is actually another thing, but I don't want to spoil it because it comes later on in the campaign. You can see that they have, even though it didn't list that they had the Canderous tanks, they got it from their building. I think they have a building that spawns Canderous tanks. And Canderous tanks are the equivalent of a T4B from the original game. So, and they were in the original game. So they work a little bit differently. I think they fire just like lasers. I think they fired something different in the regular game. This whole game was completely different. So, and they have a different, cooler sound, I think, when they fire. But you can see even my fighters are taking... Yeah, there goes the Z95. So I'm getting... This isn't really a good battle, and I only get 5 reinforcements, which isn't really that much. And I've got most of my infantry stationed inside the bunker, and I'm trying to defend, but you can see that they have a little bit of an advantage on me, just by the amount of spammable troops, and I'm going to take quite a bit of losses from this. Especially with that Canderous tank, just since it has shields and it just keeps going back and retreating. That's also something that I don't enjoy. The AI is very, very annoying with that sort of thing. Like, you'll probably see it multiple times. Like, you see, those vehicles are retreating. Like, I know it's a good move, but it gets really annoying when you play against the Rebellion, I found. So I started playing against the Rebellion, and my goodness, it was it's such a pain when something like these tanks that I'm using, these T1Bs, when those tanks start retreating the moment their shields go down, and you can never kill them, and they just keep... It's a really good strategy. It's a hit and run strategy. That's what the Rebellion's about, you know. But it just rubs me the wrong way when that strategy is used against me. But yeah, war is not fair. So I'm managing to keep these troops alive. I don't know what that Canderous tank is doing, but it's shooting the mountain. So AI, very smart. And I'm trying to take out these... Oh, you could see that it said Mandalorian Militia Barracks. That's fixed. This was before the fix, I think. But yeah, I'm trying to take out these huts because they keep spawning these Trandoshans, and these Trandoshans are quite the annoying force to deal with on top of their garrison. And here I do a little bit of a cool move. I do some scouting with the X-Wing, and there you go. They have like quite a bit of buildings, and I send in a bombing run to take out the buildings so they stop respawning. But they are protected with mass driver cannons, and they have 3 buildings. What the hell? Oh, that was a crappy bombing run. That was neither here nor there. I much rather would have taken out the right building than the left building, because the right one is the one that spawns those Canderous tanks, and you want to get rid of that as fast as possible. Yeah, so while my X-Wing is distracting... I don't know if distracting is the right word, because the AI doesn't seem to care, but... so let's just say they are distracting. And the X-Wing is going to take out the buildings. Meanwhile, my infantry... I'm doing a hard push, because I noticed that storing my infantry inside the bunker just delayed the inevitable. I'm going to have to lose troops in this battle. Like, that's just... I wish I didn't have to, but I guess I have to. And I think this battle was really hard on my poor little laptop, because of just, I don't know, just outdated hardware. I know I tested this game recently on. I told this story on here. I built that PC with my friend, and the first thing I tried to do on it was I had this mod on a flash drive. I had the game. He actually had the disc version of the game, so he installed it. And I was like, dude, you gotta let me try it on this beastly PC and see if I can actually like run this. And the game was flawless, like 120 frames per second while recording with fraps. And I was like, oh, what am I dealing with this laptop? And recently my laptop's been crashing on me. It's been like, not just crashing, but it's locking up to the point where I have to turn it off and then turn it back on again. And it's only when I play games. And I've had a feeling that it's, Pro T3B takedown right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Guns first, turn them forward, and then torpedo launchers, because the torpedo launchers fire in the direction the tank's facing. That's another thing I should add into the descriptions. And the OP bombardment, not yet. But anyways, so yeah, my laptop's been crashing in this weird way, only when it's playing games, and I think I figured out that it's the graphics card overheating, and it just locks up my entire system, and I start getting these like static noises. Oh, the bombardment. I'm blowing them from space. All right. Yeah, so now I've taken out all their buildings, and I'm pretty well set. I think I lost 2 tanks, a lot of infantry. I don't know if I lost that commander guy with the X-Wings or not. I know that the X-Wings don't matter. Like, you can lose them, and then you just can't lose the ground infantry guy. No, he's still there. Okay. So that's good, because those guys cost 1,000 credits, I think. They cost the same amount as those T3B tanks. And yeah, bombing runs on those stupid bunkers, because bunkers, they're annoying, especially when you have to verse against them. Nah, that was weird. Speeding up the oh yeah, because This game has this weird thing where it's like when you start retreating, the ships start speeding up for some reason, and it just sometimes works really weird with certain parts of the game, like that bombing run just sped up out of nowhere. Oh, wait, did I lose that? Apparently I'm rebuilding him. I think I might have. Oh well, that really sucks. This is the problem with not having a live commentary and pre-recorded footage. You lose track of important shit, and that's bad for games like this because I want to bring the best tactics to you guys, and if I miss stuff, then that sucks. Here what I'm trying to do is, remember when I said something about, I saw something in the code that if you send Han Solo with Mon Mothma, apparently like the mission to send Mon Mothma to Mon Calamari would work. And I was just trying to do something here, like putting them in fleets, putting them not in fleets, but apparently it doesn't work. So maybe it was never coded, maybe that was a bad bunch of text, which kind of sucks because I just delayed sending Mon Mothma to Mon Calamari by quite a bit, and that's important to get that started. Because, oh yeah, I won't spoil it, because I said I won't. Alright, so it looks like the combat's winding down. I'm going to call it a part here. I'll see you guys on the other side with the rest of the footage for part 18, and then we should be doing live commentaries after that. So, see you later, and thanks for watching.